Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Blaze Jack 3, and to newcomers, subscribe to my channel and like the video and enjoy watching it. So today I'm going to follow back up on who I actually think the traitor is in My Hero Academia. I have two new people that are actually going to accuse in this video, and I'm going to go back on one old person. So the person that I actually went on before is the principal. I still think that he's one of the he could be a possible traitor in the story, because, well, we already know that his quirk, it says that he's very smart, which this I have touched up on the first time I did a traitor video. But he is very smart, smarter than any average human. So he already has the intellect. All he needs is the drive to actually do something. And also, he's also an animal, for one thing. And we already know that animals don't actually talk inside of the My Hero world. And he wasn't once human like you would think, like some other people have with quirks. He's just an animal who actually just learned to speak. So I'm thinking maybe he was experimenting on. But also, I think he's a traitor mainly because he keeps putting the children in danger intentionally. Because so far, of course, the principal has to make the rules and tell the teachers to do this and that. And so far, he's put the students in danger, and all in one place 3 times so far. The first time was when the villains attacked during the little training thing, when the Nomus came in and Shigaraki, Tomura, whatever his name is, I forgot. You know, the guy with the decaying hands. That was the first time that he got them all together. You know, that was standard procedure. They had to learn how to, you know, use their quirks in different environments. Okay, it seemed like a random attack. Then they all go off to the forest in quote-unquote seclusion and not to tell anyone. Which was probably, of course, a lie. Well, no, it was a lie, of course, because the villains did end up finding them. So he had all the students, not just class 1A, but also 1B, in one place as well. So probably more kids to take out. And then he sets up some type of dorm system on campus to put all the students in like one place again. And knowingly, it's just kind of honestly kind of stupid. Instead of having them be in different houses and live where they are, knowing the villains probably can't figure out where each of them live unless it probably is a teacher and they have an address book, but that would be too suspicious. Then it'll probably be somebody with an office administrative role in the school instead of like a regular teacher. But he's put them all in a dorm, and we already know that villains have like teleportation tactics and can probably jump a wall. I mean, they barely did anything with that wall. Okay, what, electrify a fence? Reinforce it? Okay, yeah, but what about somebody who can jump really high? What about somebody who can fly? What about, I mean, come on, people, they even have freaking portals. Like, come on, they're so stupid. I do think the principal is maybe like doing this on purpose. It just doesn't make any sense to keep them all in one place on campus, the place that has been attacked before. But like I said, that's a whole nother story, you know. But that's the one person I do think who it could be. Now another person who I actually think it could be is Power Loader. And it's kind of weird to have like just to mention Power Loader, because we do not see Power Loader too much. But one thing that I do want to mention is that Power Loader is in charge of the development studio on campus so far. And why I specifically say on campus is because, you know, there can't be a development studio just in UA for every hero, you know, in the world. And so basically what I'm saying by that is that you already have development studios for every hero in the world, every pro hero, you know, all this stuff. You get your suit damaged, or you might need to remake one or make another one or something for a different reason, something like that, or update it. You call it a development studio. But Power Loader is a specific one on campus for the children, possibly teachers, maybe not, I don't know. But it's the fact that he is development studio person. And why I think he's guilty is because when the students are training and actually have to go out and, like, you know, remember when the first time they did the training thing? It's kind of almost going back to the principal thing, basically. The first time that the villains attacked, the second time the villains attacked, and I mean, was there a third time? No, it wasn't. It can possibly be a third time, especially with them being in dorms and all together. But the first time and the second time, the students actually had to go off and train, update their quirks and how to use them, and just in case if they damage their suits and their costumes, or needs to update it from learning a new move or something like that, who do they have to call into? The development studio. And for it to be a quote-unquote secret place is not so secret, especially if you have to send in a request for a suit update or a suit repairment. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's really what I was really wanting to get on. And especially because of now they were doing the more going along the lines of on campus trying to make an ultimate move. And even in that scenario, what if somebody damages their suit while training too hard? He's gonna have to call them in again to like update their suit, or at least file not necessarily a complaint, but file for a suit repair. So that's pretty. It's possible that Power Loader could be the person who's a traitor mainly because of the information alone. I mean, he's the only person I can really think of besides maybe the nurse who could actually like who they would call while being off campus for any reason, for like a suit damage or something like that. Cause you couldn't call a teacher, you couldn't call your friends, your mom, nothing like that. That's the only person who I can think of besides the nurse with the kisses and stuff. And the nurse could be as well, but that's a whole different story. She might be tired of Deku breaking his arms or something, and it's retaliation. It's a thought, it could be, but that's not the third person though. But also with Power Loader, we already know the Power Loader is basically, you remember on Aliens, the movie, the suit that what's her name used to fight the alien, that big old I want to say Megazoid suit. This isn't Power Rangers. You know what I mean? That suit that she used to fight off the alien and get her kid. I keep forgetting this lady's name. Sojourner Weaver. Yeah, you remember that suit, that mecha suit? Basically, it's basically just a reference to that. And but basically, what I want to talk about with Power Loader is he kind of looks a whole lot like Kimawari. And I mean, yeah, you can say, okay, pale orange hair. Okay, but I thought, you know, Power Loader, like, what's a Power Loader? You know, it would seem like it's a direct reference to also electricity of some sorts. So I was thinking maybe he's lying about his quirk, especially because not only does he always wear that huge like helmet at all times, you never really see his face, but when he's actually on the field, he's also wearing like this exoskeleton suit. And it's also asking, okay, well, how does he power that? Is he just like, does he have to plug it up at home? Can you wear that for just a limited amount of time? Or like I said, is he charging that himself as he goes? Because you don't see any battery or anything, and it's not like it's protecting his front. I mean, yeah, the arms can like block an attack or something, but nothing's really blocking him. But like I said, it's very possible that he could be related to Kimawari in some way, and maybe Kimawari doesn't know. Maybe it's his dad or something, who knows. But like I said, this is mostly kind of a theory as well. Now, the next person who I have is actually Hatsume. Strangely enough, I do kind of think that she's the traitor. We already know that she already tried to quote unquote sell herself in the exams, basically. And how she did that was using Ida and using machines on him to give her more credit to probably get picked up by an organization of heroes. Now, that could be by just betraying the other students or something, or maybe knocking the competition out of the way. But at the same time, what she was doing with Deku, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Now, this is like two different topics of what I want to talk about with her. But what she did with Deku specifically, when she blew up that door on him. To me, that didn't look like just some accident, honestly. Deku had been standing there for a minute, possibly muttering or something about like talking about how he could update his suit. He was still thinking about it sometimes out loud, and he'd been standing there for a while. So why would there just be an explosion by the door when most of the stations are on the other side of the room inside the development studio? Now that, I honestly think it could have been an attack on Deku, not necessarily for like credit to get into another organization. Like I said, that was a different kind of topic, honestly. But I think it was a test to see how strong he was without actually activating his quirk, because usually you can tell when his quirk is activated through that green lightning. And she was probably trying to test how durable he was without any of that activated. And when they were like under the smoke, you actually saw her laying on him. Of course, Deku freaked out because, her, double D jigglies. But basically, I think it was more of a test to see how strong he was. And not just that, later when they actually went into the development studio, she was more or less like frisking him, trying to see if there was any damage, at least to me.
Much more muscly than it
Now, like I
looks.
said, to me, it looks like she was checking for damage to me and checking to see how strong he really was without his quirk being activated. Some people see it was just like nervousness. Well, not nervousness, but her just checking him because he was a viable subject, especially for the exosuit, not exosuit, but that little suit that she had made for him as well. And not to mention, she nearly like snapped Deku in half with that suit that she had. And she really showed no remorse for even doing it. You know, it's almost as if it was intentional. Like I said, she just didn't do that just by accident. She tried to break him in half on purpose to see how durable that he actually was. Maybe she was gonna send this information in to someone, who knows, but she just seemed a lot more interested, you know, than usual. But subscribe to my channel, like the video, and yeah, I will see you guys later until the next video. Bye. When Deku got blown up, it actually said bomb, and usually in other cases when stuff explodes, it usually says boom. Most notably with Bakugo, especially he has actual explosions. So why would she actually have an actual bomb by the door if the stuff is on the other side of the room? He's supposed to be making stuff for heroes. Like I said, it was just something that I pretty much just noticed about it. Like, it just spells out bomb instead of boom. That's highly irregular. So I think it was pretty much on purpose. I mean, why have something explode like right by the door? Why are you making it by the door? You know, it's just something that I kind of noticed. But yeah, see you guys until the next episode. Later.